global warming, the Earth's fever facts, myths, and our future. Welcome to InfoBurst's deep dive into one of the most pressing issues of our time: global warming. It's like Earth has a fever, and it's up to us to diagnose the causes, understand the symptoms, and act on the cure. Today, we're going to unravel the complex web of global warming, its effects, and the steps we can take to mitigate this global challenge. Let's start with the basics. Global warming is primarily driven by the greenhouse effect, a natural process essential for life on Earth. However, human activities, especially the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation, have amplified this effect, leading to an unprecedented rise in Earth's temperatures. Imagine wrapping our planet in an extra blanket, trapping more heat. Global warming and climate change. While often used interchangeably, global warming and climate change are distinct. Global warming refers to the Earth's rising surface temperature, while climate change includes the broader changes like extreme weather patterns that are a result of this warming. For instance, the increasing frequency of hurricanes and droughts is a direct consequence of climate change driven by global warming. The consequences of global warming. The repercussions of global warming are far-reaching. Sea levels are rising, threatening coastal communities. We're also witnessing more intense and frequent heat waves and storms. These extreme weather events are not just anomalies. They are the new norm in our warming world. Global warming's impact on wildlife. Global warming is a major threat to biodiversity. Species like polar bears and coral reefs are at the front line. As habitats alter and migrate, wildlife struggles to keep pace, leading to an increased risk of extinction. Global warming's effects on human health. It's not just about polar bears, it's about us too. Heat waves bring health risks, especially for the vulnerable population. There's also an increased spread of diseases like malaria, as warmer temperatures allow disease-carrying insects to thrive in new areas. Economic impacts of global warming. The economy isn't immune to global warming either. Agricultural yields are fluctuating, and severe weather events are causing billions in damage. It's a global economic challenge that requires an urgent response. Global warming in different regions. Global warming isn't a one-size-fits-all phenomenon. It manifests differently across the globe, presenting unique challenges to various regions. A prime example is the Arctic, where the impact is stark and alarming. The Arctic is experiencing a dramatic loss of ice, with the extent of Arctic sea ice shrinking at a rate of nearly 13% per decade since the late 1970s, according to NASA. This melting ice doesn't just spell trouble for polar bears and native communities. It has far-reaching effects on global weather patterns. The reduction in ice cover alters the albedo effect, the process by which the Earth's surface reflects sunlight. Less ice means less sunlight being reflected back into space, leading to further warming. This warming in the Arctic can disrupt the jet stream, leading to unusual weather patterns in Europe and North America, such as the cold waves often referred to as polar vortex events. In tropical areas, the narrative shifts but remains equally concerning. These regions are witnessing more intense and frequent storms. Take, for instance, the Atlantic hurricane season. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration (NOAA) has observed an increase in the intensity and frequency of hurricanes, linking this trend to warmer ocean temperatures caused by global warming. This increase in storm intensity can lead to devastating consequences for coastal communities, often resulting in loss of life and significant economic damages. Moreover, rainfall patterns in these tropical regions are becoming increasingly erratic. This variability poses a significant threat to agriculture, which heavily relies on predictable weather patterns. In countries like India, where agriculture is a major part of the economy and a primary source of livelihood for millions, unpredictable monsoons can lead to crop failures, food shortages, and economic instability. For example, the Indian state of Kerala faced one of its worst floods in history in 2018, attributed to unusually high rainfall, an event that many scientists believe was exacerbated by climate change. Thus, from the melting ice caps of the Arctic affecting global weather patterns to the intensifying storms and unpredictable rainfall in the tropics impacting agriculture and livelihoods, global warming presents a complex tapestry of environmental challenges that vary significantly from one region to another. Myths vs. Facts about global warming. As we venture through the complex landscape of global warming, it's essential to debunk myths and embrace facts. Let's unravel these one by one. A common myth we often hear is that global warming is just part of Earth's natural cycle. The fact, however, is starkly different. Research, including data from NASA, shows that the Earth's average surface temperature has risen about 118 degrees Celsius since the late 19th century. This rate of change, driven largely by human activities, is unprecedented in Earth's history. Another myth suggests that human actions aren't significant enough to affect global climate in reality. Human-induced factors, like burning fossil fuels and deforestation, are major contributors to global warming, altering the natural balance of our planet's atmosphere. Moving from myths to action, let's talk about global initiatives combating global warming. A beacon of hope is the Paris Agreement. This landmark accord, adopted by nearly every nation in 2015, aims to limit global warming to well below 2, preferably 1.5 degrees Celsius, compared to pre-industrial levels. We're also witnessing a renewable energy revolution. Innovations in solar, wind, and other renewable sources are pivotal in reducing our reliance on fossil fuels. Countries around the world are recognizing the need for collective action. From the European Union's Green Deal to China's commitment to peak emissions before 2030 and achieve carbon neutrality before 2060, the global response is gaining momentum. In confronting global warming, separating myths from facts is vital. Equally important is recognizing and supporting global initiatives that pave the way towards a sustainable future. Our planet's future is in our hands. Together, by understanding the truth and taking action, we can shape a healthier world for generations to come. Global initiatives to combat global warming. The global response to the challenge of global warming is gaining remarkable momentum. A pivotal moment in this collective effort is the Paris Agreement, a comprehensive accord adopted by 196 countries in 2015. This groundbreaking treaty aims to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius, preferably to 1.5 degrees, compared to pre-industrial levels. The agreement represents an unprecedented level of international cooperation and commitment to addressing climate change. In parallel, there's a significant shift towards renewable energy. Wind and solar power are at the forefront, with global renewable energy capacity having increased by 45% in 2020, the highest year-on-year increase since 1999, as reported by the International Energy Agency. This surge in renewable energy investment and development is a clear indication of global prioritization of sustainable and eco-friendly energy sources, illustrating a proactive approach to mitigating the impacts of global warming. Countries worldwide are not just acknowledging the threat, but actively working towards solutions, marking a hopeful path forward in the fight against climate change. What we can do. Change begins with us. Simple actions like reducing energy consumption, using public transport, and supporting sustainable products can make a big difference. It's about making climate-friendly choices in our daily lives. Global warming and future generations. Our actions today will shape the world for future generations. It's a responsibility we can't ignore. Ensuring a sustainable and livable planet for our children and their children is perhaps the most significant legacy we can leave behind. Success stories in battling global warming. There are success stories to inspire us. Countries like Denmark and Costa Rica are leading the way in renewable energy. Innovations in technology are also opening new doors to combat global warming effectively. The role of education in global warming. Education is a powerful tool in this fight. Awareness drives action. Schools and universities across the globe are incorporating climate science into their curricula, empowering the next generation to tackle global warming head-on. The debate on global warming. Despite overwhelming scientific consensus, the debate continues. It's crucial to engage in informed discussions and confront skepticism with facts. The future of our planet depends on our ability to understand and act on scientific evidence. The future of global warming. Predictions about the future of global warming range from cautiously optimistic to dire. However, the power to change the trajectory lies with us. There's hope in action, and every step counts. Now it's your turn. Get involved, educate others, and make choices that support a sustainable future. Together, we can turn the tide on global warming. Your actions matter, and the time to act is now. As we wrap up, remember that global warming is not just an environmental issue. It's a human issue affecting every aspect of our lives. The choices we make today will define our tomorrow. Let's choose a path that leads to a healthier, more sustainable planet for all. Thank you for joining InfoBurst on this journey through the complexities of global warming. Remember, each one of us has the power to make a difference. Let's not wait for tomorrow to start making changes. The time is now. Stay informed, stay involved, and let's work together to cool down our planet's fever.